What a world. Absolutely astonishing when you think about it. Things we're capable of. Super bowls and superfood with super glue and superheroes, super computers, even super colliders. We're a planet of innovation and determination. And what's next though? Ultimate foods, ultimate glue, ultimate computers? Yet what's equally astonishing is what we aren't capable of. Take a moment to picture in your mind a movie-like depiction of a utopian society. Now, does that society have poverty? How about any of these synonyms? Do they exist in your utopian world? Rivalry, struggle, war, and even competition. That's right. Competition is a synonym of war, rivalry, and struggle. Look it up in a thesaurus. And I know you can make a case for healthy competition, but I'm going to attack the kind that I'm guilty of. I've been guilty of my entire life. The kind that produces zero net gain for you and I. The kind of which I am the chief offender, and hence I need to die. To myself, of course. Shortly you're going to see why it's my fault for this economic crisis. But first, let me paint a better picture of my exploits. What would your business look like if you didn't have to fight for your market share? What would you do with the sales staff if your product or service just sold itself? Let me tell you a story. Sitting at your desk, you smell something tasty waffling over the cubicle wall, and you walk over to your friend, co-worker, and point at what he's eating and say, what's that? And he said with a mouthful of carne asada and lime-flavored sour cream with crunchy cabbage, the taco guys across the street are making bigger and more tacos. Because the taco girls decided that there was a greater need for tacos in Peru. What is awesome now, when I buy tacos from the taco guy, they send 25% of the gross to the taco girls in Peru. So when I'm eating lunch, I'm feeding a family of 4. Now all that just from lower competition. I know there's some holes in that analogy, so hang on. But not having to advertise and increase business did all that. Okay? Now what would you spend your money on if you didn't have to buy impressive suits, impressive cars, or even impressive homes? I mean, who do you need to impress anyway? What would the world look like if we used that money for, say, better schooling, more farming, better medicines, warm clothes for people in cold climates? Let me ask you this. What would happen to crime if our attitude was, whatever is mine is yours, take what you need? What would we do with the huge chunk of police officers we no longer need? Would they make more shoes? Would they build cars, build buses? See, the only reason the Madoffs of the world do what they do is because we don't make that lifestyle an abhorrence and repulsive. Bernie is in prison, and rightfully so, but I think his wife has the worst sentence. See, she's living in a world where people are repulsed by her. She's now shunned for her alleged connection with his Ponzi scheme. Now, what if we shunned everyone who was extravagant or excessive? Well, would that Ponzi scheme have ever happened? I don't think so. Just like when fur coat wearing by eccentrics stopped, they stopped wearing them and buying fur coats due to tomatoes being thrown at them in public. See, change was affected because we made something that was appealing now appalling. Now, I'm not suggesting we go out and throw tomatoes, but what if we needed fewer politicians because we didn't battle between right and left? Could we have those guys actually produce something like better solar energy or something? What if we didn't have to reinvent contracts, agreements, and other legal documents? You could just borrow them from another company. Or better yet, not even have contracts. What if churches didn't need to spend money to take a person from one church to another? No soul was actually gained through that process. In fact, churches are supposed to follow this concept. If you read Acts chapter 2, you'll see. See, we're talking about net gain. Let's pretend we're talking about a pizza joint. No extra pizza. No hungry mouths are fed with the advertising dollars and the hours spent advertising. That was taken away from their opportunity to make better pizza, or more pizza, or make cheese for pizza. You see where I'm going with this? Actually, I do know a pizza place that does zero advertising in Newport Beach, California. The money they save on advertising allows them to make enormous slices of pizza for about $1.50. And they always got a line. What if mortgage brokers and loan officers became home builders? The glut of extra homes would put everyone in a home, and we could pay cash for them so we wouldn't need a mortgage. Now, I know skeptics are saying this is bad for the economy, but you and I both know it's silly to think that producing more goods and services has no net effect on the standard of living. What if we didn't need CPAs, underwriters, managers, security guards, union bosses? How could we use them to produce more for the world? I bet you could find a better use for their salary. Do you know that 75% of a realtor's time is used in prospecting, not in selling or buying homes themselves? If a realtor had 100% of their time to sell my home, I suspect they'd do a pretty darn good job of it, assuming they enjoy doing it. But what if we got the other 900,000 or licensed realtors to do something productive for the world? See where I'm going with this? Now, this may seem even the most radical, but if what is mine is now yours, what is the need for war? What is the need for military and all that equipment? What if we spent that $1.14 trillion on growing food? That's about $950 for each 1.2 billion poverty-stricken people of the world. And that's just the United States budget. What about the other 195 countries? Now, I can prove to you that this will work, and I will. But you have to subscribe. Welcome to the Ultimate UU channel, where you and I agree to stop competing against each other, but challenge each other to be effective. Where you and I make living for ourselves an anathema and pity those who strive for personal gain. It's a world where it's only cool to drive a luxury car when everyone is driving one. Where it's not popular to be a member of an exclusive club, but an inclusive one. A place where you and I swap stories of a world where we die to ourselves and live to place value in how we help the world gain again and again. Please rate my video, and know that your quality and insightful comments could land you a spot on this channel. And subscribe, because my next video I'm going to show you how to get a free laptop into the hands of someone who needs one. And if you are that person in need today, you will get that help you're looking for right here. Just comment. And let's be ready for something ultimate.